Hello everyone and welcome to Pampered Chef Live, our weekly cooking show. My name is Michael and I'm so happy you're joining us today. How are you feeling? Leave us a comment letting us know how you're feeling today, where you're joining from. We're glad you're here. Today, Pampered Chef consultant Michelle will show us how to make a Panzanella salad with homemade croutons, plus a pesto chicken salad for sandwiches or a side. You can find links to the featured recipes and products below the video, so it's easy to shop with your Pampered Chef consultant. You'll also find there a link to our weekly survey, which you can fill out after you watch for a chance to win a product giveaway. We'll randomly select 3 winners from survey participants and contact them by email. Time to hand over to Michelle to get us started. Let's get cooking, friends.
Hi everyone, my name is Michelle and welcome. I'm going to be leading the Pampered Chef Live tonight. Give me a big hello. I'm super excited to be here. I am going to be making 2 super easy throw together meals. This is what it is all about these days. A basil pesto chicken salad and a panzanella salad. Now, hopefully I won't mess up that name because it's a mouthful. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. All right, let's get started with the basil pesto chicken salad first. I'm going to actually use our stainless steel mixing bowls for this one, only because it's going to be super easy to just throw in the fridge afterwards. And this guy comes with a set, which I love, and lids. So I am going to take the center one out, the middle one, and I think that's going to be enough. It is 4 liters, 6 cups, which you guys, don't you love that when the measurements are on the side too? So I'm gonna use the medium one, hopefully not make it too big of a mess. I always underestimate myself. And I'm gonna set the other ones aside. So this one is an 24 cups. And this one is the 8 cup. So different sizes, love these for baking, making things ahead, whatnot. And they have a little pour spout as well. All right, first we're gonna use our basil pesto seasoning mix. I'm not a huge pesto fan, I have to admit, but this basil pesto actually isn't too powerful of a pesto that I can stand the pesto myself. If you think pesto tastes like soap, like I do, let me know. All right, we need 2 tablespoons. I'm using the adjustable spoons. These guys are great. Even my teen boys love to use these as well. It's 1 spoon and less mess. It comes with a set with a teaspoon and a tablespoon. These are a must, super cheap, great for apartments and starters as well. So grab yourself a set of these if you don't have them. You're gonna love it, and they're so easy to throw in the dishwasher at the top rack and wash them too. All right, I'm going to grab our measure all cup, and I call it the push pop because that's what it reminds me of back in the day. And we are going to do half of a cup of mayonnaise, which I am using in avocado mayonnaise. It's just what our family chooses to use. You can use whatever your favorite mayonnaise is. I'm just pulling it to the half cup here. As you can see, all the drier ingredients go at the top, and then you can use it for liquids too. Again, less messes. So here we go. We're gonna take that, it's here. And then I'm going to use our mini scraper, one of my favorites, especially for jars. And I'm gonna scoop out some to measure. I like to kind of push it down in the bottom, get all the air pockets out, especially if you're trying to do accurate measurements. Since we're cooking and we're not baking, it's not as big of a deal, but we'll do our best. So here we go. A little bit more. All right. Measured that off just like so, and it is so easy. All we're gonna do is just take it like the push pop I was talking about and just push it down in there, scrape off the top. And again, easy, clean. I like to wash these by hand, just pull it completely apart and wash it, and you're good to go for the next time you wanna use it. All right, then we're going to grab a lemon using the coated tomato knife, one of our favorites. and cut our little lemon in half. I don't know why, but all the coated knives are absolutely favorites. They've got a silicone coating on the outside, and you can throw them in the dishwasher. We pull them out all the time, but I think they would also be great for starter homes, college students, things like that. They all come with a cover as well. I also have the other knife, and these are great knives. They store easily. You don't have to use the cover, but I absolutely love it. Like I said, super easy to throw in the dishwasher and use for next time. They're even great for dorms because of the covers. I feel like they're a little bit safer. Now it wants a tablespoon of lemon juice. So we're gonna use our little easy reader guide. You can even see here, you don't have to do the squats and the workouts while you're cooking in your kitchen. I mean, unless you want to. And so we are going to use this guide to measure our tablespoons. I love it when I've got tablespoons of liquids, and these are my go-tos. They do come in a set. So you get a complete set. Here's the set right here. It comes in a complete set. These guys get used so much in our household. We got a 4 cup, a 2 cup, and then a 1 cup, and then this little guy, which is up to 4 tablespoons. Again, they nest as well, so storage is super easy as well. So we've got our tablespoon here. I'm gonna take our citrus press. Now, the trick with the citrus press is you actually wanna take your lemon and turn it upside down. So it's gonna press it inside out. We only need a tablespoon, so I can't imagine we're gonna need a ton of this, but I prefer to use the citrus press because it really gets all those juices out of your lemon and you get more bang for your buck. Okay, so that's about a tablespoon, and I haven't even squeezed the whole lemon out. But if you ever do, if you're squeezing it by your hand, it's so much harder, right? And you don't get all the juices out of your lemons. So this guy will slowly, as you can see, I'll take it and dump it in here. But you can see it will get all the juices out, and then it turns it inside out, and it keeps your seeds all secure in there so that you don't end up eating those either. All right, so we're gonna take this tablespoon of lemon juice and we're gonna add it to our bowl of mixture here. Next up is a little bit of salt. I usually measure with the heart. I'm gonna use our amazing electric salt and pepper grinders. You guys, these are absolutely amazing. They're our favorites. We've used lots of different electric salt and pepper grinders in our years, and my husband has been begging for these. So he is super excited that we have them. They are rechargeable, and since he uses these like on the daily, we charge him way more than they typically would need to be charged. But there's an unlock button that you can unlock, and you can reload your peppercorn or your salt, and then you're gonna take it and lock it back. And then the great thing is you can choose your coarse or fine. So we use these as our salt and pepper pretty regularly, even when we're cooking. So I'm gonna use it on the fine setting with the sea salt, and our recipe calls for 1/4 of a teaspoon. Again, I'm just gonna measure with the heart. How cool is that little light? I love it. So it's got a little light on the end too, so you can see where you're going with the salt and pepper. That's measured with the heart, and we're good to go with the salt. All right, you guys, now I'm gonna grab the chicken, and there's a couple things you can do with the chicken here. You can cheat as I did. Our local grocery store usually has a rotisserie shredded containers. They didn't this time, so I grabbed a rotisserie chicken, and I just took it and grabbed the 2.5 cups estimated and threw it in the bowl here. But I do think that this needs to be chopped up a little bit more, because who wants to eat those chunky pieces of chicken? So we're gonna use my favorite, you guys, the salad choppers. I really think they need a different name, don't you? But you can use these to chop your salad, your lettuce. You can use it to chop your chicken, anything like that. I meal prep pretty much every week for my oldest and we usually make chicken in the quick cooker. And so it's so easy if you haven't done that before, and that's what I typically would have done for this recipe too. But you just throw a cup of water or chicken stock or chicken broth in the multi-cooker, put it on the chicken setting, and you've got chicken, your chicken breast or chicken thighs, whatever you want. But I use these salad choppers on the daily. I actually have 2 in our drawer because I love them so much. You can chop up spaghetti noodles, any dried meats, anything that you think that needs chopping, you're gonna use these guys. So let's chop up this chicken and throw it in the drawer nicely. And I am literally just going to chop it up into pieces. You can chop it as fine as you want. Leave it chunky if you like chunkier chicken salad, or cut it up finer if you like a little bit finer. But I'm just chopping it up like so. And there you go. Now what I love to do is take our little brush, cleaning brush, and you can see the little chicken right here, and I'll just scrub it real quick. You can throw them in the dishwasher, not wash them by hand, whatnot. But let's go ahead and throw our chicken in to our mixture here. And next we are going to grab my favorite sun-dried tomatoes. Okay, we're gonna use our handy dandy 5-in-1 tool. It's great for popping the jars at the top. You can open those sticky jars, syrups, things like that. The tab, the pull tab, it can pull tab off as well. And then if you have a pull tab like on a can, you can pull tab it up and then use this edge here and pull it back. And I like to turn my hand this way, and you're just gonna take it and go around. It's just like, you know how you take the spoon, you pop it around, and then it's just done. How easy is that? Super, super easy. No manhandling a jar or anything like that. Okay, next we're gonna do our green onions, which I'm grabbing another flexible cutting mat. They come in a set, and these are definitely our go-tos on the daily. You can see they've gotten, I don't know if you can see the scratches, but they've gotten lots of wear and tear on them. We absolutely love them and use them every single day. Again, I'm gonna use another one of our coated knives, and this calls for 2 green onions thinly sliced. So we are gonna grab these, cut the ends off here, and I have no sort of knife skills. You would think as a Pampered Chef consultant, I would, but that's the great thing is just because you're a consultant, which my husband always jokes and laughs about, doesn't mean you have to love to cook. And it doesn't mean you have to have all the skills, right? I actually, with my business and being a consultant, I have learned so much in the kitchen. All right, so here we have our green onions, which we're gonna throw into our bowl here. All right, let's mix this guy up here. We're gonna get all those good ingredients in. And look at that, I didn't underestimate my size bowl, which I often do. It's like going to the grocery store and you think you only need a few things, right? And you only get the small cart, or you're carrying the little cart, and then you end up like, I should have grabbed that larger cart. So here we go, all mixed together. Doesn't that look delicious? Look at the sun-dried tomatoes, yum. Got the green onions, it smells delicious too, you guys. All right, let's go ahead and get these guys on a croissant roll and show you guys the finishing touches of our basil pesto salad. All right, here we go. Finishing touches again, coated knives. I'm telling you guys, they're the best. This is the bread knife, and all we're gonna do is cut it. And I'm gonna use this knife again in our next recipe. I'm gonna cut this croissant open. Oh, yummy. You could use sourdough bread as well, anything. I am going to take some butter lettuce I just grabbed from the grocery store. I love the taste of butter lettuce, and I think it's gonna top this guy off. You could use this, you could make your chicken salad, you could use crackers. Honestly, I think this would be a great recipe or something to take to a tailgate party. Look, you could even you can make it a lettuce wrap if you wanted. It seems like it wants to do that for me today. If you're counting those calories. All right, so then we've got our yummy, you can load this guy up as much as you want or as little as you want. My kids love some chicken. So you load it up and there you go. You can take this to wrap it up, take it with you somewhere. I'm gonna tuck this guy in here. And there you go. There is our basil chicken salad sandwiches. Again, put it on cracker as well. Take it to go, chips, any of that stuff, lake days, fun things. So here we go with our basil chicken salad. Next up is going to be our panzanella salad. Now the best part about making it in our stainless steel bowl is if I don't want to make sandwiches, I just take the lid, I pop the lid on, and I can throw it into the fridge for later. Okay, let's move on to our next recipe, which is the panzanella salad. We are going to make homemade croutons in the air fryer. So I'm gonna show you how that's done. I just grabbed some French bread. They just have French sticks in our grocery store. So you want some French bread, and we are gonna cut it up and throw it into a bowl and mix it up with some salt and some pepper and some olive oil. So here we go. All right, first before we get started with that, I'm gonna take a 1/3 cup of oil. And I'm going to take that, I'm going to throw that in, actually I'm gonna use this bowl, the smaller plastic bowl for the bread crumbs or the croutons. And then I'm gonna use this, I'm gonna take some oil, and again, I'm gonna use my salt and pepper grinders for, it says 1/4 teaspoon of salt and pepper. Look how nice and finely it's chopping it up. When we do steaks, we do a little bit coarser of a thing. And then we've got our salt. Again, I'm gonna do 1/4 teaspoon, measuring with love. And done there. So I'm gonna take that and whisk it up. Okay, and we're gonna set this aside. Okay, now we're gonna use the prep board. We're gonna take our loaf and we're gonna slice it up using the bread knife. Again, this is one of our coated knives. It's got that nice silicone coating on the outside, and you guys, this thing cuts up beautifully. So let's check it out. I'm barely putting any pressure on it. And this recipe calls for 1/2 a loaf. And these guys are kind of like 1/2 a loaf, so we'll see. You can make as many homemade croutons as you want. Now, I wanna know, do you like the ends of the bread? Because a lot of people don't, but growing up, my dad, that was one of his favorite slices of the bread or the loaf. All right, so see how beautifully that cuts through? I'm gonna throw it in this bowl here. I like to cheat as much as I possibly can. I don't know if you call it cheating, but let's cube this a little bit more. Just like to take the shortcuts, stack it up. Less time, right, in the kitchen, more time to do the things that you love. That's what I'm all about. All right, so there you go. There's our bread crumbs all cut up and sliced up nicely. We're gonna take 2 tablespoons of oil, and we're gonna mix it into here. So again, I'm gonna use the Easy Read. I'm going to throw that over the top. And we are gonna grab our chef tongs. I have these stored on our counter. I actually have 2 of these and one of the small ones because we use them so much, but you can store them and they stay closed. I mean, that's the most annoying part, right? So great for storing in your drawer, small spaces. And then if you clamp together and you hold it, watch this, it flips and it opens up. Super easy to use, helps you cook with one hand as well. All right, so we're gonna mix that, get it a nice little coating of the oil, and then these are gonna go in the air fryer. So I'm gonna move you guys over there here in a second. So there we go. All right, so the deluxe air fryer and oven, if you've never seen it before, it's 2 compartments. You can pull this whole door down. Just don't ignore my mess a little bit. The stone stays in there because my youngest makes pizza like on the daily. So he loves to heat up pizza. You can do toast. It's kind of like a toaster oven on the top. And then you've got your convection oven, air fryer on the bottom. So if you want to open the individual doors, you can do like so. And right here, you're gonna see this is the bottom to operate the bottom, or the top if you want to turn on the top. Either one works. You can do them both at the same time. You can even sync your foods with the sync finish button, which is my favorite because then everything's ready at one time. Like how often does that happen? So we are going to go down to the convection bake. So we're gonna rotate it down to convection bake. And we are going to push the button saying that is what we want to do. We're gonna keep the time on, or the temperature at 350, but if you wanna adjust the temperature, you just touch the little thermostat guy here and you can adjust it. And then as far as the time goes, we are gonna go for 10 minutes. I'm gonna rotate down and I'm gonna push the button again to get the guy started. So for here, it's preheating and we're gonna let it heat up first. And I'm going to go ahead and use our little cookie sheet you have here for the small oven. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw our crumbs, our breading onto our sheet here so that it's ready to go when the air fryer is heated up. It's convection. So we're gonna add that. I like to put the rack there. The rack is gonna hold the sheet in place. So we're gonna close that up and then we're gonna press the button and it's gonna time it for us. I'm still gonna check on it because you know how ovens are sometimes, but it's gonna cook. And I do like to pull it away and out of the corner so that has plenty of ventilation and air flowing while it's cooking. So this is gonna cook and count down, and while this is happening, we're gonna go ahead and go into our mixture of our Panzanella salad. 2 tablespoons of some white wine vinegar. Again, just using the Easy Read measuring cup. So 2 tablespoons, I'm gonna throw it in there. And then 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard. Again, I'm gonna measure with love. Oop. And then I am going to put in some honey. We love a little honey. Again, a tablespoon, measuring with love. Don't judge. And we are gonna whisk this together. And then I'm gonna do the garlic. So here's our mixture coming together nicely. This is gonna kind of coat it and give it the nut salad a nice little taste. So I'm going to go ahead and grab our garlic clove. We live in Texas, you guys. These garlic cloves are huge. I'm gonna use one of my food prep things for the trash. And you just want 1 garlic clove. If you love garlic, you can add more, of course. And I'm going to grab our garlic press. The great thing is you don't have to peel the garlic and get all the nastiness on the garlic. There is a little Barbie brush that comes with it. I don't know where mine is, but we're just gonna make do. So we're gonna take the garlic press and literally just squeeze it out. And I'm gonna just go ahead and use the little knife here. We're gonna improvise, and as you can see, the garlic shell is on the inside, and we're just gonna pull that out and wash it. You can throw it in the dishwasher when you're done, but this is by far one of my favorite must-have products, as well as the garlic press. All right, so we're gonna mix that all in here for our coating of our salad. This is the fun part. It gets so easy from here. We're gonna take 8 ounces of cherry tomatoes. We're gonna go ahead and cut up these in half. Again, it's about 8 ounces of tomatoes cut in half. Again, check this out. I mean, the serrated part of this knife makes it excellent for cutting through tomatoes. I mean, it is called a tomato knife. All right, so there's that. So what I love about this thing, this food prep board, is I can take all my tomatoes, I can scoop them in here into the bowl, store them that way, or just dump them in there, like so. All right, I'm gonna grab our croutons, show you guys the finishing touches. So here's our croutons. Nice and crispy. They got just a little bit of crisp to them, not too hard, and they're ready to go when our salad is ready. So I'm gonna put these aside and let them cool off while we finish making the salad. Next, we are going to do a peach. Let me know, it is peach season. Texas, we love our peaches. Are you a peach or a nectarine kind of person? All right, I'm gonna dump these into our salad. Ta-da! And I'm going to grab another favorite is our Rapid Prep mandolin. It's got a little kickstand here that you can go on the back side, and you can choose if you want wedges, julienne, or if you want slices. The smaller the number, the thinner the pieces. I usually do on the onions, probably about a 2 for the thin slices. This sets right in there nicely. You open up the little door, and then we're gonna take this tab here, and it locks it in place, and then there's your little chute. Okay, and then we take our knob, we're gonna twist and open it up, and we're ready to go for our onion. So let's grab the onion, and it calls for half a thinly sliced onion. All I'm gonna do is just set it right in there. Well, it's not gonna, let me cut it in half. I'm gonna cut it in half, so it's in the 4th. I'm gonna set it in there. Now with this, the more pressure, sometimes, like if you're doing potatoes and things, it's harder to do, but since this is thinly sliced, I like to do a little bit more, but look how fast it slices things up. And you can throw them back in there if you want. This one. This guy. And then I'm gonna cry on you. All right, so that's that. Fast, easy. I mean, I use this Rapid Prep mandolin every week when I'm prepping my food or my dinners and stuff like that. So we're gonna throw that into our mixture as well. Salad is looking amazing. I'm gonna take the whisk out. Y'all should see my kitchen. It's an absolute mess. It all cleans up, which is super fun. I'm gonna take our silicone spoon. I love all of our silicone utensils. They just, for some reason, this silicone, it just really does well when you're cooking. You can use it when you're cooking. It scrapes the edges nicely when we're making eggs, things like that with the turner. Okay, so there is our salad so far. We are going to take some basil. Love basil. How about you? It says 1/4 cup of basil, and we're gonna slice into slices for some fresh basil. This is gonna be such a fresh, yummy salad. So we are going to go ahead and just slice it up. Like I said before, I am no serious chef. I avoid cutting the fingers, which is always a bonus, but I am not a pro, so don't judge my cooking skill or my slicing skills, right? So we're gonna slice this up. Oh my gosh, the smell of basil is just amazing. Tell me, do you love basil? Do you grow your own basil? It's such an easy thing to grow as well. So we're gonna throw that freshness into our salad as well. And then lastly, we're going to take some of these mozzarella pearls. I went ahead and drained it already. You need 8 ounces. What a yummy summer perfect salad. So we're gonna toss these in. Now you can eat it right away, or you can let those juices set in and slice it up or refrigerate it and eat it up later. So I'm gonna throw the croutons on. Let's see if this is cooled off. I'm gonna throw the croutons in there. Oh my gosh, you guys, these are like the perfect crispy. They're not to where, you know, have you ever eaten the ones that kind of like break your teeth? They're not like that. I think that's kind of enough. Okay, forgot one thing. I can't believe I forgot this, but I forgot our Italian seasoning. Just need a tablespoon. You can buy this now in bulk, which I love. This is one of my favorite seasonings, as well as the dill you can buy in bulk. So I forgot to add a teaspoon. Totally human, right? And it's okay, because it's just a seasoning. We're gonna sprinkle it on there, and we're gonna mix this guy up, because it's gonna just give it that fresh from the garden taste. Easy fix. My mistake. You don't want to forget that. And it's ready to go. Ta-da! And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use our on-the-go serving bowl. Perfect for on the go, as it says. What I love about these guys is it is vacuum sealed, so you can close it up. It locks so it won't spill everywhere. You have this handy dandy little thing here. It is actually a spoon plate. You can set your spoon on there so it doesn't get anyone's countertops dirty, and then it just snaps right back in. So I'm gonna unvacuum it and open it up. It is our double walled, so it's gonna keep your food cold or hot, whatever you prefer. And stainless steel on the inside as well. So I'm gonna just take all of this. This is gonna be the perfect, people are gonna love this. Easily can double this as well, but take a look. Absolutely delicious. All I'm gonna do is close it up and vacuum seal it. I can throw this in the fridge until it's time for us to take it and go. That's all I have for you, friends. I am so glad you came and joined me. Let me know if you're gonna try one or both of these recipes. They're phenomenal. I always taste test things. The Panzanella salad is going to be a favorite of ours. On repeat as long as it's peach season. You could always switch it out for a different fruit as well. So I want to know, before we go, if you are going to be trying out the Panzanella salad, fresh, easy, delicious, great vegetarian choice, or our yummy basil pesto chicken. Let me know.
Thank you, Michelle. Those look fresh and delicious. And thank you to all of you for joining us today. Which one of these salads will you make first? If you're interested in simplifying your own cooking with any of the tools that you saw today, use the links below the video to shop our website with your Pampered Chef consultant. And if you don't already have a consultant, we'll match you with one during checkout, no extra cost. You can host a shopping party with your friends and family as well, whether in person or remotely, to earn rewards while you shop and get 60% off one product for your kitchen while you shop. And if you're ready to earn not only rewards, but also income, talk to your consultant about starting your own side hustle with Pampered Chef. Don't forget to use the links below the video to see today's featured recipes and to fill out that survey for a chance to win our weekly product giveaway. And finally, if you're not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please subscribe so you can get notifications whenever new episodes come out through the YouTube mobile app. Thanks again for joining us today. I'm Michael, and happy cooking.